Hey there folks, and welcome to this video. This is a general notice how I kick off the week by talking about what's going to go on around here and also speak about a couple of motorsporty articles. Now, a lot of this stuff could be subject to change over the course of this week and the next couple of weeks as we wrap up 2024 and go into 2025. I do have some backup videos planned, just in case what I originally plan does not come to fruition, but generally this is how I'm going to be sticking to, and yeah, we'll get into that in a second, because yeah, these are my plans for at least this week on this channel. And to start off, I want to do a little bit of an update on my WRC point system video. This was one of the longest videos that I've produced. It took hundreds of hours of work and research, and this one's a little addendum, a kind of postscript. I do want to do a version 2 at some point, and that might happen over the course of the off season. But what this one does is just give an update as to where we are at the end of 2024. I believe the first video came out around Rally Finland time. I know I pushed it back a few times. I wanted to make sure I got everything done right. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to be probably updating it again in the future and doing a version 2, because I just didn't have the headspace at the time to get the full production value. So what I'll be doing now is trying to do that. I also want to talk a bit about Rally Monza. That was, the Monza Rally Show. It was back this weekend, just gone. So maybe a little bit about that, before also having a review of Rennsport, which you saw me try out on stream on Saturday. I'm recording this on Sunday. I'm just trying to go back a day. I also want to talk a little bit about the WRC 2027 regs. Now, spoiler alert, that is one of the articles we're going to be discussing. It should be confirmed on Wednesday, so I'm thinking around Friday for that one. Then a gaming video or two. Both to do with racing games, sim racing. One of them older, one of them a bit newer. I do hope to, have a overview out for the iRacing 2025 Season 1 update at some point this week, probably Sunday. And in addition to that, maybe a couple of streams. I might do something for the Super Tourers in Race Room, as well as iRacing's 2025 Season 1. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Oh, there is one more, which hopefully will form the basis of a video in the future. But until now, let's get into the articles. It's rallying themed this week, as you can kind of tell by the fact that I'm also going to do 3 more supposedly WRC or WRC related videos. Let's start off with the calendar, because it is rumoured that the WRC would want to have either the UK or Ireland back on the calendar, but it doesn't want to have both. WRC is now expanded to 14 rounds, and it's understood the WRC promoter is helping out the teams, the arrangements for this, because logistically it gets more expensive. Now, with the hybrids out of Rally 1, it should be a bit cheaper season to season, but at the same time, with the other round being added as a flyaway in Saudi Arabia, it's not getting much cheaper. Now, the UK and Ireland are both rounds that are sorely missed from the WRC. Now, Ireland hasn't made a return to the ERC since the Circuit of Ireland last on there, about 2015, 2016? But the UK is back on the European calendar with Rally Ceredigion. Now, for me, if it's on the UK, it should be a gravel rally. You know, Wales, or in England with Kielder, or up in Scotland. If it's in Northern Ireland, tarmac, yeah. Or you could decide to be full wildcard and bring back the Manx and put it in as a WRC event. But I think for me, I would say I generally I can't believe I'm saying this. Agree with the FIA and the WRC promoter. It'd be great to have both represented internationally. Maybe have 1 year one in the ERC, 1 year one in the WRC. Ireland should be tarmac. I think unless we're using Northern Ireland, the UK one, if it's in mainland Britain, it should be gravel. But yeah, I know the ERC is talking about expanding and potentially going to have a return of a winter rally, which was one of my pre-season predictions for the ERC. Whether that be Lipaya going back to the early season date or the Isle Rally joining, I've seen rumours as well of Rovaniemi in the Arctic Lapland Rally returning to the ERC fold. But I think the British Isles is quintessential to rallying. I mean, I'm biased, obviously, but for rallying, I know it is for rallycross. I'd say Lydden Hill is the home. But I went to the last WRC event in the UK. I can't believe I say that. I mean, it was a rally that till 2019 had only ever missed 1 year, same as Finland. Yeah, we need rallying back in these Isles. Or at least somewhere near. I think the nearest WRC event now is the CER. Or even the Monte, which both feel weird to say. Anyways, looking forward, let's talk a bit about 2027 rules. Because it's rumoured that the WRC want to set the 2027 rules in place at the World Motorsport Council meeting this week in Kigali, ahead of the, I think it's the prize giving, isn't it, in Rwanda. Now, supposedly, they're going to call them WRC 27. Now, what that means in terms of rallying pyramid that was TOT era, I don't know. They're saying they don't want to be more than 350,000 euros. I think 345,000 is the figure I'm getting. You can check out the article in the description down below. And they want to try and make it more cost effective. So the privateer teams can run better. Teams like M Sport don't suffer on a budgetary side of it, whilst also trying to incentivize a manufacturer stepping up. The big thing is that it's supposedly going to be Rally 2 based, but with the Rally 1 space frame technology. So the FIA will provide a chassis. It's proven to be relatively safe. I mean, we heard of in the pre-season testing for 2022, Neville crashing the test car for Hyundai down a massive ravine drop, and him and Martin Vidager getting away unhurt. We've seen massive crashes in WRC events these past 3 seasons. The chassis can withstand massive impacts. But the idea supposedly is going to be M-Score could bring the Puma down to Rally 2. This is something I talked about last week. The idea is the motor markets around SUVs. Now, according to Dirtfish, scalable B segment and C segment models will be able to be used as well. So Toyota with the RS, Hyundai with the i20. But it's designed not to punish manufacturers who want to pick a bigger car. Now, I am actually going to link another old video of mine in the description down below, which is one where I was talking about cars that we could see in WRC for 2022. Because in theory, if they are going to follow these regulations, we can see them for 2027. And actually, once these rules are confirmed, I might do a more up-to-date video with some of that. I predicted one. I predicted the Puma. Though other ones I predicted, like the Kona and the Corolla, didn't come to fruition. I would say these rules sound like a good idea. At the end of the day, what it means is Rally 2 would be the top formula. I think there are supposedly other things where they're talking about how there would be a whole variety of propulsion available. So hybrids could be available, ICE, full electric, but anything that is internal combustion will be with sustainable fuels and sustainable lubricants as well, like oil. I think that's the angle the WRC has to pick and stick to. Relative performance, good balanced performance, something like what WorldRx has, the balanced technologies. And yeah, it might work. I'd say with the current Rally 2, be careful, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Current formula works. But so many different manufacturers. The only way it could work better is if you decide to put in the extra things like safety and encourage more diversity, with aftermarket manufacturers going, you know what, I'm going to strike up a quick deal with, I don't know, say Proton. Proton had a World Rally car built by ProDrive back in the late 90s. And they'll make the car and put it all in. Basically make it easier and cheaper for someone like M Sport to do what they do. But speaking of things that could be a bit easier and cheaper, let's get on to our third article, which is a little bit more imminent. Because Hyundai, for Rally Monte Carlo next year, will be bringing their 2024 car. They're saying that because they are using all of their jokers to carry across what was the original 2025 upgrade as much as they can, they won't have the car ready for Monte Carlo. In case you aren't aware, Hyundai had said they were going to develop an all-new Rally 1 for 2025 and use that for 25 and 26. Then when all of the palaver starting off around February time with the Rally 1 minus Rally 2 plus is hybrid going, kicked off, Hyundai were like, well, we've had to scrap our project. And that's even more fuel into the fire of Hyundai going to be there in 26, let alone 27. But we shouldn't take this as even more evidence to put into the growing pile, because it's not something new that rally teams don't bring their new cars to Monte Carlo. In fact, if you look at the World Rally Car era, Subaru historically did not tend to bring their current year's car to Monte Carlo. I think the 2003 car, did it debut in Sweden? I know Ford debuted their 2003 Focus, the third iteration of the Focus World Rally car, at what, New Zealand? They brought in the evolution of that, the 2006 car, 2005 Rally Australia. The Skoda Fabia came in as a mid-season debut. Mitsubishi's Lancer came in mid-season in 2001. So it's not new to do this kind of thing. So whilst I would understand that people would have concerns or worries, I wouldn't take this as anything. At least not right now. If we hear any more murmurs or rumours in the future, then yeah. But right now, this is okay. I mean, Adrian Formeau is going to be driving the 2024 car this coming week. I think Carlo Rompero will be as well. Or is it Sami Pyrie? I think there's a Toyota entered in an event that uses some of the roads that are in Monte next year. But yeah. Might be a bit of a nothing story, but interesting to talk about nonetheless. And that wraps it up for this week. As always, thank you so much for watching and enjoying. You can check out any of the videos I've discussed or any of the articles that I've discussed in the description section down below. Wow, I only just managed to hold on to that word. Again, as always, thanks for watching and joining. Until next time, it's bye for now.